All right, we are with Sid Gardner today, and Sid Gardner is a World War II veteran, lives in Evansville, Indiana. Sid, would you tell us your full name and where you were born and when you were born?
Yeah, Sidney H. Gardner. I was born in London, England, in November the 2nd, 1923. And my father was a contractor. He worked over there in World War II, World War I. And that's where he met my mother, who was a war bride, and so then they got married, and I was the fourth one in the family there, and that's after the war. That's when my father came back over here to get settled and get ready to bring the family over. And then 4 years later, we came over. I never did see him till I come over here.
Okay.
So we come over, and then that's where I met my father. And
Elyria, you lived in Elyria.
in Elyria, Ohio.
Okay.
And then I was one of 8 kids.
10.
Or 10 kids. There was 8 boys and 2 girls.
Okay.
And we lived a pretty frugal life, and it was right during the Depression too, 1929 Depression, and we let's see. I guess what else?
You went to grade school and high school.
Oh yeah, I went to grade school in Elyria, Ohio, and I graduated from in 1941, and from the high school.
Okay.
And then that's when I was drafted, and I was drafted in February, I think it was, in 41, and that's when I was sent to basic training. It's in Gadsden, Alabama. It was a chemical warfare base in Gadsden, Alabama. And I went through the basic training there, and then after that, I was transferred to from that basic training. It was in chemical warfare, and then after that, I was transferred back over to the Signal Corps, and that's when they sent me to Seattle, Washington. And I was assigned to the Signal Corps at Seattle, Washington. And then when that's when we pulled out to go to India. I was put aboard a Liberty ship. And this Liberty ship was didn't have any escorts. They were by themselves, and they always just hoped that they got through,
Did they always send them by themselves, or was
They always send them by themselves.
Okay.
What they do is they travel for about 8 knots an hour, and then they zigzag all through the water, so they can't be traced. So we went through that. The most dangerous part probably was when we went through the Indian Ocean. It was all Jap held, so that's when we zigzagged every 8 miles and kept dropping death bombs all the time. About every hour they dropped a death bomb. And finally we got through the Indian Ocean, and I ended up in Calcutta, India.
Didn't you go down to Australia?
Huh?
I thought you went down to Australia. Didn't you go down to Australia?
Oh yeah, we that's where we came up through Australia.
Okay.
Went to Tasmania.
Gotcha.
We were in Tasmania, and then, but that's when we went through after that is when we went through the dangerous Indian Ocean.
Okay, so you went first to Tasmania and then up to India.
Yeah, up there, yeah. Then went up the
How many days did it take you? You remember how long it took you to get to India?
62 days.
Wow.
It was 62 days.
How many troops were on this ship?
Pardon?
How many troops were on the Liberty ship? How many men on the Liberty
Oh,
ship?
there was a very small crew. There was like 3 Navy guys. There was a couple, there were several seamen. The seamen run the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was just like 12 of us soldiers that was
Okay.
on there.
Gotcha.
So that's when we went up I went into India.
Now, when you were on the Liberty ship for 62 days, did they give you jobs to do on there? Or?
Yes, we were always on watch.
Gotcha.
We we were on 6-hour watch and about 4 hours off. Then that went on. Anytime we'd see something, we'd see a whale while we'd call in and think we saw something. That was, and that was it, mostly.
So when you got to Calcutta, then what from there?
From Calcutta, I stayed there in Calcutta.
Okay.
I was right there all the time.
Gotcha.
And I worked in the laboratory most of the time, developing films. We used to develop war films,
Gotcha.
and then we also developed V-mail.
Uh-huh.
Those 2 things that we had, the
Right.
V-mail for that area. And what I did was I did mostly work in the lab.
Okay.
That work. So,
Now, were these photographs or were they movie film?
pardon?
Were those photographs or movie film?
Yeah.
Both?
There were photographs were a lot of the trying to think what it is. They were some combat
Gotcha.
films that we did for the Navy or for the Army,
Uh-huh.
and then we would just send them to them.
Okay, so did you have censors where you were, or did they censor them later? Because I know they censored a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, we were doing a lot of censoring too on this V-mail.
Uh-huh.
We would, if it gave up too much information, we would just block it out.
Gotcha.
You know? So
So-
that's what I did mostly all the time I was over there.
Gotcha. So in addition to developing, you had to go through and read it and
Yeah.
make sure it was.
Yeah, we did that.
All right. So how long were you in India?
I was in there for 3.5 years.
I see. Now, did you ever have to fly the hump over to China, or you never left?
Well, I went to the Darjeeling one time over on the Darjeeling is over in the Himalaya mountains.
Okay.
So I was up there for a short while, and but it was mostly on R&R.
I got you.
So I went up there for there. And went to Madras a few times, once for R&R. Then I went to Madras and Karachi. Went to Karachi at that time. It was still part of India. Karachi was. So I went to Karachi for a while, and that was the most dangerous place when we were in Karachi, because they were all Muslims there. They weren't Indians, they were Muslims, and they're kind of dangerous in that area there.
Yeah. Was there much conflict between the Indians and the Muslims?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a lot of conflict. Yeah. Even at that time.
Yeah. Okay.
And it still is.
Right.
Yeah.
I see.
So that's about what it was over there.
So when they sent you home, it was what, 1946?
Pardon?
When did they send you home? Was it?
46.
Okay.
Yeah. It was in 46. I came home.
And did you come home on a Liberty ship, or how did you get home?
No, I come home on it was on a big big troop ship.
Okay.
It was just a big troop ship.
Right.
And we just came in, came back, and we came in at, where did we come in at?
Did you come in San Francisco, or I thought
Yeah,
it was
it
California?
was in Seattle, Washington again.
Okay.
Oh, you
Right
came
where we come in, Seattle, Washington. And then we traveled by train back to the discharge center in, where was that at? In Indianapolis, I think it was, over there, someplace around there, where he was discharged.
Okay.
And then from there, after I got discharged, I went to school under the GI Bill, and I went to Western Reserve.
Case.
And I graduated from Western Reserve with a bachelor's degree, and I did some graduate work in there, and that was it.
Okay. And then, so what was your degree when you got finished? What?
It was a bachelor. It was a bachelor's degree.
Mechanical engineering?
Huh?
Was it mechanical engineering?
No, it's in industrial engineering.
Okay.
Okay.
Industrial engineering.
So then, is that what you did for a career then?
Yes, that's what I did
Yeah.
for,
Awesome.
for the rest of my time. And that was about it.
Okay.
So,
Well, let me go back a little bit. Like when you were just out of high school and before you were drafted, do you remember the day that you heard Pearl Harbor had been bombed? Do you remember the day that Pearl Harbor was bombed?
Oh yes, yes.
Do you remember
yes.
where you were and what
Yes,
you were
I
doing?
was. When that happened, I was down in my buddy's basement, and that's when we heard it over the phone, over the radio, that Pearl Harbor had been bombed, and so we didn't take long before we were called.
Right.
So that was it.
Yeah.
So.
And then you're in India when the war ends. Do you remember the day you heard the war was over?
Yes, yes, I remember that.
And you remember how you felt that day or what your
yeah.
feelings were?
Oh yeah, I felt real good that I knew that we'd be going home pretty quick. So, and it didn't take long to get us home.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
and that was it.
Yeah, it was amazing how quickly they got all those guys back
Oh, yeah.
home. I mean, that had to be a logistical nightmare to
Oh, yeah.
coordinate all of that. But
Yeah.
it's amazing they were able to do all that so quickly.
But you were how old when you went over? Were you 17 or 18?
Huh?
How old were you when you went over?
I was 18, just 18.
18.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just turned 18.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. And then, what brought you to Evansville, Indiana area?
What happened?
Your work.
Oh, it was at work, yeah.
You worked for.
Oh, it was at work. I had, trying to think now.
You worked for B&W.
Yeah, I worked for B&W, and then I transferred down to Mount Vernon, Indiana. That's where it was. And then I transferred down there and got into B&W. Let's see what it was.
They did the nuclear.
Yeah, the nuclear end of it, yeah. And I got involved in, we got involved in a lot of the contracts that they had there. And that was it.
And then you went up to Canada for a while.
Huh?
You went up to Canada for a while.
Yeah, I went, I transferred from B&W USA. I went up to Canada, and I worked up there for about 7 years, something like that, in Canada.
Yeah.
And
then you came back here.
And I came back here.
Okay.
Because we were here.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Okay. Well, you've seen a lot of things in your life. You went through the Great Depression and World War II, and you've seen people go to space and a lot of technological advances. But when you look back on the things you went through and you look at today, what advice would you give young people today about living their life?
Well, I would tell them that I think it's a good idea for any young person to get some into take some service, go to the service for a few years, just to learn discipline and responsibility. And you learn that quick when you're in the service.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I would tell them. That it'd be well worth their time for that.
Was there anything else you'd like to say today? Any other things you'd like to tell us?
I can't think of anything else now.
Okay. Well, we thank you for your time today.
Okay.
And, enjoyed getting to meet you and talk with you.
Okay.